So hi guys, welcome to our FR class. Before we begin, I'll just give you structure of what you can expect today. So today's session is going to be the first 45 minutes to 1 hour. We are going to understand, or you are going to understand, what to expect out of the next 250 hours from me and what I am going to expect from you. This is mainly for those who are studying for the first time the subject, or even if somebody has already studied FR, the next 45 minutes is very important to understand how the class will be in our style. For both everybody watching recording online in the camera or even those who are in offline, any mode. Okay. So we are going to split today's class into 4 parts. The introduction part, I am not even going to the subject today. For the first 45 minutes, 1 hour, then we will definitely take up a standard today. Okay. First part is something called an objective. I will explain when I get there. Second, we will understand something called why Ind AS. Why are we studying Ind AS? Very much part of our syllabus. Third part, some rules in our class, very important. Rules for 2 set of students. All my friends who are watching recording, hello, and all of you watching here face to face. Rules for both of you. And lastly, quick run through of syllabus. I am not going to write down the syllabus and all and show you. We have the printed file. I will just run through what are the key topics. All of that we will run through the syllabus. This is the agenda for the next 30, 45 minutes, 1 hour. How much time it takes depends on you guys. You offline guys are the key, because those who are watching recording cannot interact with me today. They might interact after 3 months, after 6 months. They might also have some doubt. But if you have the same doubt and if you ask that, they will be able to understand. So if you have a doubt, feel free to put your hand up. We will discuss that doubt so that recording student also might have that doubt. They are also students, correct? Okay. Now, objective. I am going to start off with the objective you studied in class 11 when the first accounts class you attended, whichever school it was, whichever school, state board, CBSE, now new this Cambridge board, I don't know if it's there in that, but wherever you studied, objective of preparing financial statements, they will have told 2 statements. When I repeat this, I am sure you will recollect. One is understanding the, loudly guys, past. Do you know understanding the past? And second is extrapolating the future. Understanding the past and extrapolating the future. These 2 things you remember studying, guys? Yes or no? Hello? Loudly guys. Yes. Recording also will tell yes. Sir, why are we back to this which we studied in, what to say, not even foundation, school? Let me give an example. Okay. 2 examples. Let's take Google Maps. Okay. Let's take Google Maps. Let's say you want to travel from A to B, point A to point B. Most of us use Google Maps to understand how long it will take. Let's say you are coming to class today, first day. You have already seen Google Maps, what time or how much time it will take, correct? Let's say from your house to the class, it's taking 20 minutes to come here. How is Google giving this information? Is it accurate most of the time? Mostly it's plus or minus few minutes, subject to sudden traffic. That is exception, leave that. Morning 6:30 AM you are leaving to class. Is it accurate, guys? Yes. How is the data correct? How is Google able to tell that? Anybody recording can think of the answer here? Yes. How is Google predicting that? They will calculate total kilometers, that speed is equal to distance, some formula, what is that? I forgot this. Distance by time, correct? I don't know, guys. Wrong means don't ask me. I am not a physics teacher. Okay. Wrong means leave it. Don't message me later, sir, it's wrong. Whatever. Oh, correct? Sure. Fine. Google uses this. Only this? No. They use the past data of people who have travelled from A to B in India, in Chennai, in Hyderabad, in Bangalore, and they take the whole past data and then extrapolate the future, correct? Which one are you interested in? The past data of Google or the future prediction of 20 minutes? Future prediction. Sir, let's take one more example. How many of you use this weather app in iPhone or in Google, climate app? Is it going to rain tomorrow? Do you use that, guys? Rain prediction. I'm going to play cricket tonight, 10 to 1, open ground. Is it going to rain? Let's check. Now, how many of you check that? It shows 60% probability, 80% probability. Mostly it's correct. If it shows 90% in Apple weather, it is going to rain. Are you bothered about the future weather or what is in the past? Future. You are only bothered about the future. You all want to ask me, sir, give me expected question, sir. What's going to come in exam? You don't care what came in the past. But that future prediction depends on what? How good the past information was. Are you following us? How good the past was? Weather prediction is perfect because the past information is good. Now let's understanding the past and extrapolating the future. So your financial statements should help you understand the past. That means whatever you have prepared during the articleship or even post articleship, what you are going to prepare, financial statements for a company. Let's say you are preparing for financial statement 24-25. Financial statement 24-25. You are going to prepare this year. Is this past predicting the future? Let's say today, for example, we are in 31st March 2025, for example. So you are preparing FY for 24-25. You are preparing the FS. Is this understanding the past and preparing FS or extrapolating to future? What are you doing? Understanding the past. Understanding, see, if I say 25-26, it is predicting the future. I told today we are on 31st March 2025. That means you are understanding what already happened and summarizing with your P&L, balance sheet, cash flow. That means all these days, for every company, the financial statements that you prepared is understanding the past. Who cares whether it rained yesterday or not? Do you care? No. I want to know whether it's going to rain today or tomorrow so I can plan my travel. Then why am I preparing financial statements, studying FR and understanding the past and preparing FS? What's the use? What's the use of this? Only if this is correct, you can extrapolate the future correctly. But none of the Ind AS or AS in Inter, in the financial statements, what we report, guys, none of the standards tells you to predict, correct? Are you following in? Even if you remember Inter accounting standards, we only disclose what happened. In very few cases, we say what is going to happen. So 99% of the financial statement talks about what has happened. Then who will predict? It is left to the users to predict, because what I predict, if it doesn't happen, it's going to be bad, correct? This is how it is today. This objective was made in 1970s. But future of financial reporting, I am not joking, within the next 5 years, the change has already started in IFRS in European countries. If it has started there, it will come here. Uber came in US first, then it came to India. Uber Eats came in US, then Zomato copied. So if something happens in the Western countries, it means it is going to come to India slowly. COVID, first it came to India. Where it came first? Somewhere. And then it came here. Okay, not Western countries, China was first. Okay, so it came. That means if it's happening abroad, it's going to come here. So in abroad, the future of our subject is moving towards extrapolating the future. The standards are evolving into something called predictive analysis. What do you mean by this? The standards are slowly getting amended, asking the company itself to give information predicting, and as an auditor, disclaimer. So standard is asking you to predict, not today. This is not in our syllabus, but I am trying to tell you because we are studying for the future attempts. So like this, standards are going to come. Which year, sir? 2027 I don't know. 2028 2029 2030, we don't know. But it has already come in Western countries, slowly. So visualize, this is the change that is going to happen. These were the two objectives. Is this part clear, guys? I wanted you to understand the mindset of this subject. Is it clear? Any doubts in this? Hello? Can we proceed further, guys? Hello? Okay. Next. Why Ind AS? I am going to discuss these four areas first and then go to the main topic like I told you. Why Ind AS? Let me give you context first. In CA Inter, I am sure all of you are here in your CA final class. After clearing your Inter only, no? Anybody here yet to clear Inter still sitting here? No, why I am asking? When I used to take Inter class, when I was taking one marathon one day, there were some 5-6 foundation students sitting who are yet to write the foundation exam. I recognized them by face because last month only I took for them foundation. I asked them, some 4-5 girls and 4-5 boys, no, together 4-5 are sitting, last row. I asked, why are you attending this class? It's for Inter. Sir, I want to see how Inter will be, sir. So we came, so that I will decide whether it is worth to study foundation. So that's why I asked it. I'm sure any recording fellows especially who are watching this, you can watch, but okay, Inter you studied accounting standards fully in the new syllabus is there. CA final we have Ind AS. We need to understand the difference of this. Most of you know it, but it's important I touch upon this in the first class. Okay. How many of you here don't know what is AS and Ind AS difference? Anyone? Okay, one student is enough for me to explain. Okay, follow guys. Let's say for example, Anand student here is a software engineer for example. He is not a CA yet. He is going to become a CA soon, but let's say he is a software engineer in our example. So Anand, software engineer who knows C language, C++, Java, Python, whatever. If you want to build an app, he will build. Sir, what app, sir? No, Anand, you are asking, build an app like Tinder for CA students. So Anand will build it. Okay, like that he will build it. Okay. Now, can Anand work only in India? He can work anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. He can work in US, Google he can work. He can work in Australia. He can work anywhere in the world. Singapore. Why? He can work across the world. Assume is the world, guys. Oh, sorry, world illa. Earth. So anywhere in the earth he can work as long as there is a software company. Correct? Why? Why is it like that? Because to build an app, you have to upload it on Google Store or iOS Store. The software, whatever app is going to use, React or whatever guys, there are so many terms. The software is same anywhere. Correct? When he goes to US and works in Google, there will be one Indian, there will be one Pakistan, there will be one Australian, there will be one Singapore, different people knowing the same knowledge. Correct? So they build the app together. Now, same thing, let's take a doctor. Assume for example, Anand is now a doctor. Can he perform a surgery anywhere in the world? Yes. See, open heart surgery is the same. Can I say India means you will cut in the front, China will cut from back up. It's going to be the same, correct? But that country will have their regulation. I can't allow a Chinese doctor to perform a surgery in India because risk for our people. I want to test a skill. So an entrance exam. One entrance exam they will keep. One internship he has to do. Fine, sir. Coming to CAs. Can CA who passed CA in India after studying for so hard, you guys know better than me? Can you guys go and practice in Russia as a CA there? No. Why? Because the language of software engineer is the same across the world. Doctor's language, fever means paracetamol is same across the world. But in accounts or accountancy, the language is called accounting standards. Accounting standards, those who are watching online, I will scribble like this, but wherever I have to write, I will write. Accounting standards is our language of accounting. How C++ is for software, many languages. For accounting, it is accounting standards. Sir, what do you mean by this? Let me take a standard that you know. In Inter, AS9, revenue recognition. In CA final, Ind AS 115, revenue from contract with customers. Let's take AS9 that you know, revenue recognition. When to recognize revenue is same in India but not in other countries. It's the principles are different. When we get to standard, you will know. So he can work only in India. So then what do you mean, sir? When can he work in other countries? Follow. So India, the Indian accounting language is called IGAP. Generally accepted accounting principles. IGAP means in India, generally accepted accounting principles is accounting standards. Is this clear? World over, globally, it is not IGAP AS, it is something called IFRS and IAS. Sir, what is this? IAS is nothing but accounting standard. I stands for international. So international accounting standards. IFRS is international financial reporting standards. No, sir, why sir two names are there? Actually one name only. Let me give the history for this. We never had IFRS. We had only IAS. How India we have AS? Internationally it is IAS, International Accounting Standards. Around 2008, when that global crisis came, that recession hit 2008, the global financial crisis came, IAS body was discontinued and a new body called IFRS came. So it's like a timeline means up to around 2008 we only had IAS. After that till today and future we have IFRS. That's it. It's the same thing, but the name change after period. Are you getting it, guys? Name change after 2000, around that time. Clear, guys? So internationally they use what? IFRS and IAS. Now almost 150 plus countries use IFRS, IAS. So globally they are using some other language and we are using some other language for accounting. That means Indians who clear CA in India can only work in India because you don't know the global language of accounting. So the international body kept asking India, change, Mathanga. For those who don't know Tamil online, Mathanga means change. You learn little bit of Tamil from me. 99% we will use English only, guys. Don't worry. Okay. Now, India never changed. Then Companies Act 2013 came. Finally, it brought the change. It is time we go global. Fine. So that time we brought the change. But Indians had a little bit of ego. Everybody has ego, correct? Said, so many years they told us to change. Now if I change, it won't look good. So I will issue my own accounting standards, which is called Ind AS. What is Ind AS? Copy paste of IFRS, IAS. Don't tell copy paste. I will get angry. It is not copy paste. It is copy paste. No, it is not copy paste. Guys, don't tell copy paste. We have adopted global accounting standards. Adopted is the right term to use. We have adopted. What we did? Change the name. Are you following, guys? If you think others can't find out, they will tell, hey, copy paste you did and you are changing name. So we also did some changes. What are those changes? For example, if IFRS and IAS, okay, has 100 concepts totally, 100 means everybody will become CA in one day, guys. There are thousands of concepts. Let's say there are 100 concepts, for example. In Ind AS, we adopted, now I will stop using the word copy, we adopted only 98 concepts. Why, sir? Some concepts will not suit Indian inflation, Indian economy, Indian atmosphere. So we adopted only 98 standards. Okay. That means from 100 we minus 2. Correct? Then we created our own concepts which is not there in IFRS plus, let's say, 5. I'm just giving you example 5. So totally Ind AS has 1 or 3 concepts. Is it 100 plus 3? No, it is 100 minus 2 plus 5. Are you following? Now you can't tell copy. How what music directors will do? They will take one tune, little bit changes. Hey, it's copy up. New song. Are you following, guys? You're getting the logic now. So that minus 2 what you did minus 2 what happened is removing from the international concept, that is called carve out. You have carved out from the global standards. We added our own concept. Say I created Indian brains, carve in. This is Ind AS. That means if you learn carve out and carve in, if you know Ind AS, you know IFRS. Correct? That means you don't have to learn 1 or 3 concepts to know IFRS. You should know the same 1 or 3. This minus 2 plus 5 if you can eliminate, you also know global standards. Correct? Are you following, guys? That means today when you are learning in our CA final Ind AS, you will also know IFRS and IAS. That means you know global accounting language. That means in all these 150 countries you can go and become a CA. Correct? Are you following, guys? That is how the scope has opened up. We will discuss on that. Sir, what are these carve outs and carve ins? Give us a few. There are so many. I will give you a few examples. In India, we use statement of profit and loss account. Still in IFRS, they use statement of comprehensive income. We use balance sheet. They use statement of financial position. They use statement of I'm saying globally, financial position, statement of comprehensive income. We use P&L, balance sheet. Like this, few things we changed. Few real concepts were changed. Few small things like this. Are you following, guys? So we will continue to use P&L and balance sheet. Got the context still here? Now, let me list down a few countries. For example, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Russia, Netherlands. I'm just writing randomly few countries. Oman, then Qatar, all the Middle Eastern countries, Dubai, all of that. Okay. Singapore. Then we will take few countries. All these countries have what they have done. They are welcoming Indian CAs. Let's go see that, for example. Okay. If I just search in Google for ICA MOU with foreign bodies and go there, we have a website. You can search also later. Okay. Just to tell you the scope. Is this visible for everybody? Okay. Fine. Can you see some countries over here, guys? You can see same countries I wrote: Australia, New Zealand, Nepal. Anybody wants to go work in Nepal? Once you clear CA, now you can go work in Nepal also. Sir, why, sir? I wrote few countries here. Why? Because when you know Ind AS, you also know IFRS, IAS. That means all these countries are using IFRS Ind AS, IFRS IAS. Therefore, you can go and work there in the future. It is very easy now. All these countries, for example, you can see Malaysia, you can see England and Wales, Canada, Ireland, Australia, Maldives. Yes, Anand. Maldives also you can settle down there itself. Okay. Nigeria you can go. Poland you can go. Then you can go to, so Russia also is here, guys. All these countries, Oman you can go. New Zealand, Australia. But they will not simply take you. Can I allow a Chinese doctor to perform surgery here? No. Is he having the skill? Or test? There will be one small test. For example, if you are going to Canada, you have to go read this later detail. Canada has 3 levels like foundation, inter-final. They call it capstone 1, capstone 2, capstone 3. That's how they call levels. Level 1, level 2 exempt. In level 3, only one exam you should write. Like your CA final, last paper, which one? 6th one. IBS, they also have. So you have to write that. We copy from them only. They had for last 10 years. That IBS open book, that same open book exam with case study fully, they had it for last 15 years. From there only we took. Okay. So you go write that over there, means you are pass. Sir, what about Singapore? Singapore also is there here. Singapore is the most easiest. No exam. Go to Singapore and work for 6 months. You are a CA of Singapore. That's it. Go to Singapore and work for 6 months. You are a CA of Singapore. So why, sir? Singapore is a very small country. It is much smaller than Chennai. It's much smaller than Hyderabad. It is much smaller than Bangalore. That's the size of Singapore. So they are very welcoming. Okay. Like this, each country, I am not discussing more, has their own entry norms. Sir, can I go to US then? Can I go to US, sir? US, no. Why? US does not follow IFRS IAS. They follow something called US GAAP. That means they are still following a different language. Are you understanding, guys? This is the background as to why Ind AS, how it came to India, why you are studying. Now coming to the numbering. Numbers are very important. Don't feel anxious that first class itself I should know all the numbers of Ind AS. No. Over the next 200-250 hours you will slowly learn. End of the batch you will tell it by yourself. Don't have to put any extra additional effort. Simple. In inter-accounting standards, did you sit down and memorize? No. But now you know what is AS17. Segment reporting. You are able to answer. It becomes a part of you. This also will become a part of you. Don't have to worry. Let me tell you how the numbering system works. IAS 1. We also adopted it, correct? So we call it Ind AS 1. If it is IAS 2, we call it Ind AS 2. We adopted in such a way that the paragraph number also is same. Meaning, in Ind AS 2, if para 4 talks about something, para 4 of IAS 2 also talks about the same thing. This was intentional. It was intentional because here you will learn para numbers, then you will go work in Canada, there are different para numbers, na confusion. So, when you study financial statements, audit report, it will show para numbers, you will get okay, comfortable with that. Also, intentionally same para numbers. Then IAS stopped. Okay. Then they started issuing IFRS. IFRS 1 came. IFRS 2 came. Okay. When IFRS 2 came, I can't write Ind AS 2. Correct? So we started off with Ind AS from 100, 101. Ind AS 102. For example, IFRS 2 talks about share-based payments. Talks about what, guys? Share-based payments. Ind AS 2 also talks about share-based payments. Are you following this? For example, if that is the name, if it is like that. Clear, guys? So name also same, only number is changed, the standard name also same. IAS 2, for example, if it talks about inventory, Ind AS 2 also talks about inventory. Yes, IFRS is an addition to IAS. Okay. So now let me say IAS 20. What is it in Ind AS? IAS 20 is Ind AS 20. What if it is IFRS 14? Then here Ind AS 114. Are you getting it up? So if I give you any Ind AS number, you should be able to find out what it is in IAS or IFRS. Let's play that game. Let's say Ind AS 116 is what in the international? IFRS 16. IAS 10 is what here? Ind AS 10. This is what we are going to study. First topic. First topic in my CA intro or final will always be same. Inter I start off with AS 4. Events occurring after balance sheet date. IAS 10 or Ind AS 10 is events occurring after balance sheet date over here with a different name. Subsequent period is what the term they use. Sir, what is IAS 49 here? Ind AS? Sir, what if IAS 99? It becomes Ind AS, but those are not there. Just giving example, not there, guys. We only have 23 IAS and 13, what to say, sorry, 26 IAS and 13 IFRS. Okay, 13 or 16, whatever that number, guys. We don't have so many. 40 law, 40, 50 is not that clear, guys. Okay, this is the background as to why we have Ind AS and why you are studying Ind AS. Are you following, guys? Hello? Clear? Understanding logic? Let me give you one more spoiler of the future. Not going to affect you. In Inter, you have accounting standards. It is 1 to 32, but few are removed. We don't have 30, 31, 32. You don't have AS 8. You don't have AS 6. So effectively, you have around some 26 or 27 standards you study. Correct? ICA is going to, for sure, already work is going on to amend all. Very soon, there will be amended accounting standards fully for all 1 to 32 in Inter. All standards are going to be amended, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything. You cleared Inter, thankfully over. It's like imagine suddenly GST came, how you have to study. Suddenly Companies Act 2013 came, everybody had to study the full new act. Like that, full accounting standard is going to be revised. When, sir? Within the next few years. Maybe around 2027 or 2028 or worst case 2029, they are going to revise. It is already in plan, work is ready. They just don't want to throw everything at once. Now only GST came, we are okay. So one by one they are going to introduce. Why, sir, this change? I am just talking about the future also. It's important you know. Because today in India, you have to learn only Ind AS, AS. Only Ind AS, AS. After qualifying, can I tell only Ind AS is enough for me? No. Some companies follow Ind AS, some companies follow AS. Partnerships follow AS. So tomorrow when you go to audit, you can't tell I don't know AS, I don't know Ind AS. So in India today, as we study and for your exams, it's a parallel learning, and in articleship, I am sure all of you are doing a parallel application. In some how many of you got exposure to Ind AS clients in articles? Good, around half the class. So post qualification also you will get exposure in both. Okay. So I should still learn both. It's little difficult, guys. So for that purpose, this Indian CA Inter Accounting Standards is going to be amended, which becomes very close to Ind AS. Are you following? Now if you see, we have three things: AS, IFRS, IAS, Ind AS. Correct? Here, these both are almost similar. Correct? Except carve out and carve in. But AS and Ind AS, lot of differences. Lots. So this also will become close to Ind AS. Slowly, at one shot, they will hit us. Not for you guys, you are cleared Inter, but next batches, they will slowly one day get that shock. Okay, fine. This is why Ind AS. Objective is done, why Ind AS is done. Is this clear, guys? In our new study mat and new syllabus, there are difference questions. Have you seen the table behind every chapter? Difference between Ind AS and AS. Dabba difference table is there in every chapter, which whether ICA will ask, we don't know, but it's part of our syllabus. So when we discuss the standards also, I will keep telling those. If it comes in exam also, worst case one theory question can come, differentiate between this and that, which mostly you will be able to do it, because in Inter you studied AS, you know the concepts. When I am teaching final, I will tell you all these are changes. So you will be able to prepare that table. That's it. With this, we are done with the first two agendas today. One is objectives. The next is why Ind AS. All the recording students, I hope you are with me. Now only I am going to come to you guys. Rules of our class. Okay. We are going to split the rules as common rules for everybody, including all the recording students and offline students, everybody, rules of our class. Then 5 specific rules for online students, recording students, 2 specific rules for offline students, which is not an option for you to follow. In Inter, it used to be an option. final it is mandatory that you guys are going to follow all these 3 rules. Rule 1, rule 2, rule 3. Okay. Rule 1 is going to be to take a lot of running notes while you are listening to me. Okay. Whatever you feel is important, because our class is going to be concept based only, guys. It's going to be concept based predominantly. You have to take a lot of running notes. Why, sir? For example, I don't do this in inter, but in final, I will suddenly jump to ITC annual report. This is the latest ITC annual report 23-24, what is available, or Sun TV's annual report. I will take some company's annual report because it's all about Ind AS, correct? They are preparing using Ind AS, and then I will connect our standard with showing a practical application. Okay, we will understand what happened in that company. That is not going to come in exam. I can guarantee they are not going to ask you what happened in Sun TV's annual report, but that could be a case study question in exam. Sun TV will become Bun TV in exam. That's it. Okay, so you have to take a lot of running notes, because in the concept material I give you, it's going to be only exam oriented. Okay, so rule number 1, take a lot of running notes. Slowly get that habit. Okay, recording students also, you guys have that option to pause, write, resume. Here we don't have that option, so along with me. Second, we are going to do a concept plus memory plus practical based learning. Already spoke about concept. Why are we learning? To give you a quick example, we have a standard Ind AS 40. What is that? Ind AS 40 is what? Ind AS 40. You don't know, leave it, guys. Let's take a simple example quickly. In balance sheet, you have assets up. Correct? In balance sheet, you have assets. Okay. Recording students, whenever I am looking here, I am not looking at my phone. That is the screen which I can see to see if alignment, everything is fine. Okay. Now, balance sheet assets is there. I will charge depreciation on my assets. Correct? Imagine in balance sheet of Hatson company. For those who don't know what is Hatson, Hatson is a dairy company where they produce milk and milk based products, paneer, cheese, all of that. Okay. So for them, which is the biggest asset? Cows. Otherwise, how will they get milk? So for them, they have thousands or lakhs of cows. How many they have, sir? We will go to Hatson FS and read when we go to that standard. Now cow I will depreciate. What is cow's life? If you look at cow's life, the value, as the cow keeps growing, value goes bigger. Then it hits the peak. Then the cow starts getting old, the value will start dropping. I am looking in the angle of, sir, how can you define value of a life like this? Human life like this? I am seeing in the angle of Hatson. For Hatson, money. Correct? So in Hatson's angle, cow the bigger it gets, good for me. Then old it gets, throw it away. Hatson. I am not like that, guys. I am giving example. Okay. So how can I depreciate something which is going to increase in value? It's going to be, first of all, cow will be an asset in balance sheet. How can I show cow as an asset? Intra I never asked this question, or maybe I asked, you didn't bother, but now it's important. So for this, we have a separate Ind AS. Are you following? So like this, every standard we will start off with the concept as to why it is there. Every concept we will go there, understand that in detail. I will take one more example in some time. Okay, regarding depreciation. Let me finish the rules first. Memory. End of the day, how much ever concept you study in every subject, exam what you need? The power to recollect in exam. Unless the last paper, 6th is open book only, no? You can take book and go. So no need to mug up in that. But in all other papers, you have to memorize. Correct? In theory papers or practical. So some memory techniques we will use in our class. Things that we do. Some steps in sums. I will teach the concept. Follow these steps, guys. So it becomes easy for you to remember. Okay. And lastly, practical connecting with all our, what to say, annual reports like I showed. Okay, sir, what is going to be duration of class? I am telling you in the start, I am estimating somewhere around 250 hours plus or minus variation 10 to 15%. We will know only when the batch gets over. Okay, don't bother about duration, guys. Focus on the concept. Once the batch gets over, now I will definitely do marathons, but that is towards the end of it. Every attempt there will be one. So learning, you have to spend that time. You have to spend it. Okay. So three things: concept, memory, and practical connect. We are going to do. For exam, what is important here? Only memory. Huh? All three are important. IBS is nothing but mix of these three. Huh? Concept plus memory plus practical connect. Why are we doing practical connect? Maybe what is there in Sun TV FS will come in IBS. Okay. Third one, sir, you will tell rules, sir. I will not follow. Traffic signals, sir, I don't follow, sir. I have never stopped in red. Have you ever seen me stop in red? I don't follow rules, sir. I am a person who doesn't like rules. But this rule alone, it's a humble request to follow this. It's a humble request. We call this library. Okay, it's not my rule. It's something which I followed when I was a student from my teacher days. My teacher told me. I am just telling the same thing to you. This is the difference between somebody who is going to clear against somebody who is going to struggle to clear. I am being very careful with my words. Everybody is going to clear. Clear versus struggle to clear. Do you want that struggle? You can decide. Library of adjustments. If you attended inter with me, you will know this. But inter I didn't follow, sir. That time you learnt a lesson that if you followed, it would have been helpful before exam. So now final you will follow. So I am not worried about students who studied inter with me. They will follow because they have already went through that process. Most of you will be new students. So what is this? Let's take one chapter which is a nightmare in final. Consolidation. We will do towards the end. Let's say consolidation. Consolidation all put together. Let's say you are doing 50 sums. Okay. Or let me use the word amalgamation. You know because you studied in inter, even if you skipped it's okay, but you know amalgamation. In final we call it business combinations. Terms change, guys. For example, in inter you studied consolidation. There we had a term called minority interest. Can I assume all of you know what is minority interest? In final, Ind AS, we don't call them minority interest. Minority interest is called NCI, non-controllable interest. Concept same only. Why name change? Hey, why are you discriminating? Minority. How calling them minority and you will throw them out of the AGM or what? Minority interest, isn't it a discriminatory term? So IFRS Ind AS says it's called non-controllable interest. Like this, logically, a lot of changes. Leave that part. Come to consolidation or amalgamation, aka business combination. Okay, for us here, let's say you are doing 150 sums both put together. Okay. Now in these 150 sums, follow guys. In these 150 sums, okay. Now one error message will come soon. I will close that. Next class I will fix it. Recording students, yeah. 150 sums are there. In these 150 sums, day before exam, is it possible for anybody to practice all 150 sums? Gone. Our full syllabus has roughly 1500 sums that we are going to do in class, approximately 1500 sums we are going to do. Okay. So 150 sums, what I need the crux of it, meaning if I take my consolidation or business combination, there is going to be one base sum or that one main sum with all the adjustments we will tell, correct? Will all adjustments come in exam? No. In this 150 sums, if I summarize, imagine each sum there are 3 new adjustments that you have to learn. So there are totally 450 adjustments, for example. From this 450 adjustments only, something will be picked for exam. 10 adjustments they will ask, let's say in a 10-mark question, correct? So what is library of adjustments is you will prepare something like particulars, in that you will call that as basically adjustment. Next column, chapter name, okay. Next page, page number, whatever page number you have, and then treatment. You can of course interchange the columns, guys. So you're going to prepare a 4 column or even 5 column if you want to add. Adjustment. What is the adjustment? How do I treat NCI, non-controllable interest, if there are preference shares with voting rights? For example, I'm just giving an example. If you don't understand, it's okay. Non-controllable interest in consolidation in a sum where there are preference shares with voting rights, where they are partly paid up. Some example, okay. Now, this came only in one sum, sir. In one class, I discussed randomly once for 5 minutes. That time also I was sleeping. Okay, you, not me. Okay. Chapter name, consolidation. Page number, in which page in your notebook you wrote that. Don't write page number what I am writing, guys. Don't copy this from friend's note. He will have different page. Page number where you wrote, and what is the treatment? How should I do treatment if this comes in consolidation? Which, or you can also write one more column, sum number. Which sum it came? It was in question number 32 in consolidation. So day before exam, you will have some 500 adjustments with you. Your exam is in 2025 or 2026, whatever year, or 2027. But you will have one library of adjustment which runs into 30 to 40 pages all put together, correct? Now this is your Bible, Quran, Bhagavad Gita day before exam. What I will do day before exam, there are 500 adjustments. I will take the notebook, okay. Or day before exam means I am talking the last 3-4 days before exam. First adjustment, this I know, easy. Second I know, third I know, fourth I know, this one, let me go and read that, I forgot this, read that. So by revising 450 adjustments in a day, you are solving thousands of sum in a day. Are you getting it, guys? That one base sum you will anyway revise day before exam. Are you getting it? So this is called library of adjustments. Inter it used to be just 10 pages. Now 30 pages to 40 pages you have to leave aside. End of the book, or a separate notebook itself you maintain, guys. What's that? 100 rupees maximum. Library of adjustments. Keep it safe. Don't copy from your friend. Who has to prepare this? You. I will also prepare one. Give it to you in the end of the batch. I don't know. I will not tell now, guys. Otherwise you will not do it. Why I want you to do it is because what is hard for Anand may not be hard for Swati. It will change person to person. So you have to prepare. But I will also give you one. But I will only give what is hard for me. It may not be hard for you. So you prepare one, it's easy. Okay. Are you getting it, guys? Okay. Fine. This I will give it. Recording students, don't ask me now. Wait for the batch or end of the materials, you will find it. Okay. Clear? All of you with me, guys? So what are the rules? Running notes, concept, memory and practical learning, and maintain this library of adjustments. Now some more other rules for recording and offline students before I go to explain why concept is important. For all our friends in face-to-face here and everybody watching recording, few rules that you better follow so it's for more effective learning. Let me quickly finish face-to-face students. One, whenever you have any doubt, feel free to just put your hand up and ask. Don't bother, sir, recording is going, sir, can I ask the doubt? You can ask. I won't say end of the class I will turn the recording off, then you ask me. No. If you have a doubt, put your hand up. I will see that. Let me finish that concept explanation. I will explain then and there, but I will repeat the doubt so that if recording student has the doubt, he will understand. If the doubt is going to take time, then I will tell you, I will discuss it after class. Okay. But feel free to ask the doubts and keep the class very interactive. Okay, this recording students cannot do. Second, I want you to carry pens to class. Sir, I have pens, sir. What are you saying? I want you to carry specifically one red pen to our class. All of you, including recording also, I will tell you the same rule. One red pen in our class, and try to maintain. See, these are secondary rules, guys. Primary is those 3 rules. Secondary rules, try to maintain. Now it's 3 types of notebooks. 3 notebooks for FR. One is you don't have to bring to class, or you can bring. One is your library. Sir, not mandatory separate notebook. In the same notebook, last 30 pages also is fine. Your choice. One more note called concepts note. It's called what, guys? concepts note where you will write only concepts in your language. I will give you a printed book, I will talk about it in some time, and one note just for sums. So all the solvings will be in one set of notebooks. This, by the time batch gets over, might end up with, let's say, 4 to 5 notes, depends on how much you solve. Concept note, by the time batch gets over, this might end up with only 2 to 3 notes. This depends on how much running notes you take. So what will happen at the end of the batch, it's so easy that day before exam, you will have concepts and all in one note, sums and all in one note, library in one note. Easily in library you will give page number of concept note, page number of sums note. This is a system you have to build. Otherwise, if you just prepare everything in set of notes, you will end up with some 10 notebooks. Which is there in which note, how you will know, guys? Where you will go search? So the structure if you build from day one. Sir, why red pen? In class, we will together do a lot of mistakes. There are going to be 3 types of mistakes. One, mistake that you are going to do, okay, when you are solving, okay. You will find that mistake, that time you will strike in the notebook and write down what mistake you did. Mistake second, which I am going to do intentionally, so that these are common mistakes and you will strike. Third mistake, as a faculty, every faculty 1-2 times, I will do some mistake in some, you will correct me. What's wrong in being open about it? Okay, 1-2 sums, I might do mistakes, you will correct me. Whichever mistake it is, it's a mistake. That means it can repeat. In exam, should not repeat that. So strike with red pen and write what it was. In your sums note, there should be more strikes. There should be more strikes. So that exam there will be less strikes. Are you following, guys? This is for face-to-face students. For recording, I know face-to-face will not be much interested, but you have to be interested because you are going to miss some classes. I am sure very few of you will attend the full 250 hours every day. You will miss some classes. I will miss some classes, leave. Okay. So when you get that recording, rule number 1 will be a same red pen rule. So when you are watching and recording also, you will use red pen. Rule number 2, hi all recording students, don't watch the class under the blanket in the phone. Under the blanket you do other things. Don't watch class on the bed. Are you following, guys? So no blanket and all, sleeping on the bed, lying down and seeing, and suddenly phone fell onto my face, I slept off, sir, got hurt. No. Next, third one, offline students who are attending here, are you using phone during the class? No. Am I using phone during the class? No. But we are allowed to use when there is an emergency. That time we will use. So recording fellows also, whichever platform you are watching the class, you can watch in phone, you can watch in system, but you have to ensure you turn off the notifications. I will recommend to watch in laptop. Phone means I am sure notification will come every few minutes. When you are watching that class, if you are deciding to take one class today, take it only if you can finish it. Look at the duration, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Take it only if you can finish the class. Don't watch 10 minutes. Then there is no point. Okay, simple. Let's take a movie, guys. Okay, any movie of your choice. Let's say Vijay's Goat or upcoming Rajini's movie or whatever movie, guys, Avengers, whatever. Do you enjoy it more when you watch fully in one stretch or 10 minutes I will see in OTT, sir? Which one? Full stretch. I'm sure you would have seen some movies 10 minutes. I saw Indian too like that. In Netflix, whenever I wanted to sleep, when I'm having dinner, I will put that movie. 10 minutes will get told, I'll tell, okay, fine, my life is better. I will turn it off, go and sleep. If you have not yet watched Indian 2, you can also watch, nothing wrong, guys, it's there on Netflix. You can watch whenever you get bored. You will get so bored, you will come and watch FR class. Okay. So finish everything at one stretch. How many of you yet to watch Indian 2? Good. Okay. Fine. Recording students, now next one, interaction for you. Sir, what interaction I will do, sir? How I will do interaction? Recording students, let me do a demo. Are you guys understanding whatever we discussed so far offline? Yes, loudly, guys. Yes, sir. Loudly. Yes, sir. And you should hear from this mic. Loudly, guys. Yes, sir. I don't know if you guys heard it, but everybody here said yes. So in your house, when I will keep prompting, are you understanding? Yes, sir. I will keep asking these questions again and again and again. You are going to keep repeating yes, 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 yes in your house. Here I will tell, lift your hands. We are going to do a lot of exercise in our class, lift your hands. You should also lift in your house. All the online students, I know we can't see each other, but if you follow this for a few classes, your parents will ask you, whom are you talking to in the online class? It should become like that, otherwise class will become boring, guys. That's the interaction for you. And lastly, regarding doubts, how you will ask doubts, recording students, whichever recording class you purchase, there will either be a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group. Some group will be there, whichever mode, wherever you purchase, you will get some link where you will join our common groups. There you can ask me the doubts, I will help you out, or you have my WhatsApp number, I will give it to you along with material. You can WhatsApp me for the doubts. Expect a delay in response, but I will respond. 1-2 days I will respond. But the idea is, in this full 250 hours, where offline students itself will ask a lot of doubts. We have Rishabh, wait guys, Rishabh will ask doubt every half an hour. So it's good. So when Rishabh is asking more doubts, I will repeat them. So we will try to exhaust all the doubts so that recording will have less doubts. Getting it, guys? Fine. These are, I know I'm spending too much time on introduction, but that is important for me and you, what to expect for the next class. So we are done with the rules. Okay. Now let me go to syllabus. How many of you already know the syllabus? 1. How many of you don't know syllabus? Super. So let me spend just 10 minutes maximum on syllabus. How we are going to address this. If you remember inter, you used to have accounting standards and other topics like buyback, branch. Here we don't have like that. Our syllabus is Ind AS. That's it. That's it. Just Ind AS plus some 2-3 theory chapters which are newly added in the new syllabus. Now, how I am going to break it down is, I am not going to write all the chapter names and waste our time, guys. We don't have much time. Okay. I am going to first write the core topics where we will spend more than half the time and the most difficult ones for all students in no particular order. First one is everybody's favorite, financial instruments. That is the heart of the syllabus, guys. You can't skip that because this chapter will get interlinking in almost all chapters. It's like the heart, but the whole body is connected to your heart and brain. It's like the nervous system or heart, whatever you call. It's the core. So what is the difference between AS and Ind AS? Financial instruments is the main one. Okay. This is the core one. Then you have your business combination, which is nothing but amalgamation. Then you have your consolidation, and then we have few standards which are Ind AS 115, Ind AS 116, or let me just put in simple terms. This is revenue standard, this is lease standard. Two more standards which students struggle is gratuity or nothing but your employee benefits, and last one is my share based payments. Anybody, if you ask them what are the difficult topics in your CA final, they will pick one of these three only, one of this set. So it's my financial instruments, business combination, amalgamation, consolidation, revenue standard. All these topics will more or less come in every attempt. I will tell you the breakup little later, guys. Revenue, leases, employee benefits, share based payments. For this to get over itself, I don't know how much time it will take. Nobody can start with any of these chapters. If I start, you will run away after the first class. Okay. So how are you? And then the other Ind AS. Okay. So how the syllabus is going to be there? I have a file which you will anyway be getting it, guys. So this is the syllabus as per ICAI. These are the topics which is as per ICAI. How many volumes you have, guys? 4 volumes. 4 volumes I have copy pasted from ICAI. I have not prepared it. Copy pasted. But for our class, we are going to break this into 4 sets. Okay. Set 1 is this one, where all the asset based standards are here related to your assets. Okay, I am not going to read like your school days reader, but if you look at this inventories, PP, investment property, impairment, borrowing cost, agriculture also is an asset. I told cow guys, it comes over here. Okay, then accounting for government grants, all the asset based standards will come here. That is set number 1. Initial few days of class recordings will focus on asset based standards because you are familiar with these and it is easy for you to learn also, to get that confidence. One set over, easy, you are no confident, now we have to break that confidence, so set 2. Okay, this is my way of classifying the syllabus guys. So set 2 is all the this is nothing but your financial instruments, leases, revenue, share based payments, all these will come here. Okay, little bit because I have to do financial instruments. Where is that? Yeah, here, this is financial instruments, otherwise we can't do other topics. This is going to be set 2, so little bit easy, then little heavy. Then we will move to, you don't have to write this, I will give you the file guys, you will have the file. Okay, basically everybody watching, all the materials, we have a Google Drive link, whichever batch you are, I will give you a Google Drive link. So I am talking to recording students, offline students will get everything in print guys, but recording students, you have 2 options to buy the class, with hard copy, without hard copy. So if it is without hard copy also in the drive, full material I will give it to you guys, PDF you can take it. If it is hard copy means you will get this. Okay, so you will get all of this. This is set 2. Then we will discuss something difficult. Again, let's go to set 3. These why employee benefits is here. These are all liability based standards or expense based standards. Okay, so set 3 is again not that difficult, except even employee benefits is not that hard compared to financial instruments. So all this related party, these are all independent standards. Again, some light topics. So we will start off class light, go hit the peak, again come down, do set 3 light. Towards the end we will go to set 4, which is your business combination, consolidation, all of this. Additionally, I just put them in set 4, two new additions which is new in the new syllabus. If somebody is studying from old syllabus CA final, nothing wrong, but what are the 2 new introductions, which is theory, professional ethics and accounting and technology. You can expect somewhere around 6 marks to 8 marks in theory. This towards the end, how we will do, we will try to see how to make this interesting theory. For example, Anand got hungry after the class when he was going in bike. He slapped somebody on the road, became a fight. Okay, for this fight, somebody, Rishabh went and recorded that. He put a reel, fight after class. So he put one reel, that reel started trending and got 10 million views. Okay, ICA president saw that. Can they cancel Anand's membership? Imagine he fought after CA. Can they cancel his membership as a CA? He studied 5 years to become CA. Can they cancel it? Hello? Yes or no? Yes. How, sir? As a CA, you are bringing disrepute to the profession. So they will cancel Anand's membership. So then how to fight, sir? Fight. Don't tell you are a CA. That's it. If they don't know you are a CA, how they will cancel? Generally they will, are you following guys all of this? Okay, this is our, one more error message is going to come, let it come. Okay, thank you. Fine. This is our way of going around with the syllabus. Clear guys? Okay, perfect. Now what we will do, just another 10 minutes before I close the introduction session, to tell you why concept based learning is important, I will discuss one example. Most of you know this example if you have studied inter with me, but it's okay. We are going to learn a lot of new things. I'm sure by now itself you learned a few new things. We're going to learn a little bit about depreciation. I'll quickly spend 5-10 minutes, and with that we will wind up our introduction session after this example. Okay. I am just going to give 4 options here. MCQ. Do you have MCQ? Yes. So before that, coming to the materials, you will be getting 3 materials from me. Okay, hard copy or soft copy, whatever it is. One is going to be a concept book. Okay, we name it, or I have named it FR intelligence. We call it FR intelligence in our class. Okay. So it's going to be like this. For example, I think I have one ready. Yeah. Can you see for Ind AS 10 events after reporting period? Like this, 2 pages for Ind AS 10. For every standard, you will get like this key, crux and summary points. We call it as FR intelligence. Then you will have one sums book for all the 4 sets. Here how we are going to give you the books in sums. What sums are we going to solve in class? For every chapter, for example, if you take Ind AS 10 itself, this is going to be question answers, guys. Okay. We also have a name like how a concept book, aka we will going to call it FR intelligence. Okay, fine. Sums book, here we will have first ICAA sums classified into illustrations and test your knowledge, all the questions along with the answers. Second, past exam question of last 5 attempts. Okay. Third, MTP RTP of last 5 attempts. This we have classified chapter wise. So the book itself will be, I think, more than 1000 pages, guys. Okay. You will get, this is like a question bank with question and answers printed for you, but we have just done a reclassification. So if I take Ind AS 10, our first topic I am going to start with, in that the questions we are going to discuss in class will be set 1, set 2 and set 3. Are you following, guys? Clear? And then lastly, you will also get what book you all know? MCQ book. Are you following, guys? We have names for that. Today I am revealing FR intelligence. Next class when you get the book, we will see the name for sums book and MCQ book. Is the name good, guys? FR intelligence. I decided yesterday evening only, that's why I am asking you. Okay. These 2 names I will decide. I have 3-4 options in mind just to name the cover. I am designing the cover page now. So just to add the name. FR intelligence, I didn't name it. ChatGPT gave me the idea. So I mean, I just told ChatGPT, it gave the option, okay, ChatGPT is AI. So we will also bring it over here, FR intelligence. So that's our book name. Okay. It gave 10 options. I had to pick this. Okay. So sums also I am still finalizing 1 or 2. I will tell you once we decide that. Okay. So this is the books that you are going to get. MCQ, no negative marking, guys. Just last week one inter student messaged me. I didn't know what to tell her. Not going to reveal the name. Just this exam when it's going on now, she messaged saying, sir, I wrote law paper well, sir. 70 marks descriptive I wrote well, sir. 30 MCQ I attended only 20. 10 MCQ did not attend because time was not there. I knew the answer, sir. I forgot to shade. By the time I could shade, they took off the sheet. What to do? No negative marking. Even if you didn't know, you should attend all the 30 MCQ. Definitely in the 10 MCQ, at least 5 should have got correct. 5 marks gone. Don't do those kind of. Even if you don't know all the 30, shade something. Okay, fine. So we will discuss all of this. MCQ is not towards the end, guys. In my view, MCQ is a byproduct of your preparation. It's not the main thing. If you learn concepts well, MCQ is going to be like this. So these are the 3 books you will get. Okay. Now lastly, let me discuss this depreciation example. 10 minutes. Some of you know it, but still I like this example. Okay. First, I'll write 4 options. Let's do an MCQ. You are going to pick. Okay. Depreciation is a cost. Depreciation is an expense. Depreciation is a non-cash expense. Depreciation is a saving. Okay, here I want you to participate, guys. It's an MCQ. You are going to pick any one answer or even 2 answers. You can raise your hand for multiple answers. How many of you depreciation is a cost? Straight up recording cost. You can multiple times you can put your hand up. How many of you depreciation is an expense? Depreciation is a non-cash expense. Almost full class. Depreciation is a saving. 50% of the class have put the hand up. Okay. So can I eliminate the first two options because nobody put the hand for that? Oh, some of you put for cost, but okay. Majority was these two. Okay. Let's understand this in detail. The same example I tell in foundation. When I look at their face, I know they didn't understand, but I will still tell. Inter I will tell, half will understand, half will be like, okay, leave this. Final, I don't have to explain much. All of you will understand. Let me prepare a traditional trading and P&L account. Let me say sales is 300, purchase is 100. What's the gross profit, guys? 200. Now I am saying the full sales and full purchase is cash sales, cash purchase. What is the cash in hand with me? What's the cash in hand? How much? 200, correct? So let's assume that this entire trading in P&L is a cash trading in P&L. There is no credit. So cash in hand is 200. Now expense, electricity, salary or rent, all this put together, let me say it is, let's say 100. Everything is paid, rent paid, salary paid, cash paid. Okay. Now what is my net profit? Net profit, loudly guys, how much? Recording students should repeat with me 100. Repeat with me guys, recording students. I can't hear you, but repeat with me. What is the net profit? 100. What is the cash in hand at this stage? 100. That means net profit is equal to cash in hand. Net profit is equal to cash in hand. Okay, fine. This is one example. So can I say net profit is always equal to cash in hand? No, it's not always equal to cash in hand, it depends. Okay. Let me introduce, let's say in this question, my company purchased an asset for 50 with a residual value of 0, scrap value, and life of 5 years. What is the depreciation? 10 per year. Simple. Cost minus residual value divided by life, we mugged up from school, correct? That formula I am applying. Okay. So I have depreciation here 10. Okay. Before I write this, let me just say, okay, I will introduce this later. For now, without depreciation, net profit is 100 and cash is 100. Okay. Now let me prepare a rough balance sheet for this year. Net profit will come to my reserves and surplus as 100. Cash will come as cash in hand as 100. Are you following guys? Clear? This is for 1 year. Let's say the same trading P&L is repeating itself for 5 years. Repeating for 5 years, it's repeating with the same numbers. Sir, how is it possible? Let's say hypothetically possible in this example. Now, let's say year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, you have 100, 100, 100 and 100. How much you are getting total guys? 500. Similarly, cash also for 5 years, cash also becomes. So, balance sheet is tallying, correct? This is for the first example. Everybody clear till here? Now, the second case, I introduced the depreciation into my sum where I purchased an asset. So, depreciation is, now what is my net profit? 90. What is my cash in hand now? When net profit is 90, what is my cash in hand? Still it will be 100. Are you following guys? I don't have to explain why for a CA final student. I will do why for a CA foundation student. Still if you want me to say non-cash expense, therefore I got 300 rupees, I paid 100, I paid one more 100, I don't pay 100. So cash in hand is 100. Is this clear guys? So now I will prepare another balance sheet in case 2. Reserves and surplus. Cash. Are you all surely understanding? You are the sample size for the recording people who are going to watch. If you are understanding, I will feel they have understood. That's it. Okay. So if you have a doubt, feel free to put your hand up. Now repeat this for 5 years. Repeat for 5 years. You get 90 into 5. 450 without calci, guys. Sure. Okay. Here 500. So total is, yeah, okay, already we wrote 500 and 450. Sir, why sir balance sheet is not tallying in this case? Or leave the balance sheet tallying, it's an extract, guys, leave it. My focus is to my users. I am saying my reserves is, that means my profits are 450, but my cash is, that means if I withdraw 50 rupees, still cash will be 450, 450, 450 matched. Take this 50, go to Goa and spend. Director's trip with family, Goa vacation. So family while you go to Goa, okay, fine. Okay. Director's trip to Bali. Okay. Are you following, guys? Now, can I do it like this? Can the directors withdraw this 50 and go for a vacation? Hello? No. Why? What is this 50? Now, after, excellent, after 5 years, this asset life became 0. So I have to buy one more asset up. So in the 6th year, I need to pass an entry asset, which is nothing but my PP to bank. I have to buy asset for 50 rupees. That means this cash will reduce by 50 and be replaced with PP 50. Are you following, guys? Let's go back to school days or foundation days. We had a chapter called depreciation in school. We had a chapter called depreciation in foundation. If you don't remember also, I am sure you will get deja vu memory now. That time in depreciation they were told objectives of providing depreciation. They were told you depreciation is for wear and tear. Do you remember this now? Then they used to say depreciation is for obsolescence of asset. Obsolescence na technology upgrade. And they would have also told depreciation is for objectives. I am sure you will remember after I say is for replacement of assets. Do you remember learning this in school or foundation, guys? Yes, that time I didn't understand the meaning of it, but now by charging 10 rupees depreciation, you have extra saved 50 rupees, which helped you replace the asset. Are you getting it? So by charging depreciation every year for 5 years, you thought net profit is 90, but actually cash is 100. You kept saving 10 rupees. Sir, is a direct correlation possible like this in any company? No. Because the cash will be used for other things. We have so many non-cash expenses, but in essence, it becomes like this. Are you following, guys? By providing depreciation, you are saving up for replacing asset. Sir, what if I spend for something else? I can't do anything. I can't do anything. But if you don't spend for anything else, it becomes a money for replacing asset. Are you understanding logic, guys? Now, follow carefully. I am changing values. Residual value instead of 0, let me put 10. School formula, foundation formula, inter formula. Now what is depreciation? 50 minus 10 divided by 5 is 8, 40 by 5. So now let me change this example again. And now it looks little scribbling, guys, but I hope you are able to connect. That's how it's going to be for all classes, so get used to it. Depreciation, let me change the color, which one not used here. Everything is used now. Okay, yellow, okay. I don't know if it's visible in recording, but okay, if it's visible here, it's visible there. So depreciation is 8. So what will be my net profit now? What will be net profit if depreciation is 8? All other factors remaining same. Quickly, 300 minus 100 minus 100, 90, 2. Cash in hand will still be 100. So let me now prepare a third variation of my balance sheet where reserves and surplus is 92 and cash is into 5, 460 into 5. You saved only 40. How I will buy asset for 50? How I will buy? So you need to buy asset for 50. You saved how much? 40 plus you have 10 scrap value. So 40 plus 10 you get 50. That means you don't have to save the scrap value because you will get that cash anyway. That is why we are reducing from the formula. It is not a formula. If my residual value also is 50, depreciation will be 0. Why no need to provide depreciation? I don't have to save money to replace assets. Are you getting the logic of that equation, guys? Foundation and Purila, sir. Purila means, for those who are watching recording, did not understand. Okay. Purila, new Tamil word you have all watched, all recording students. Okay. Fine, understood, guys. Like this, why I am saying concept based learning. Now, in exam, they will not test this concept. But you need to learn this to better understand all the asset based standards. Are you following, guys? All the asset based standards. Why, sir? I'll give a simple example, very simple example. Now you will not understand, but you will understand later. We have a standard for accounting for government grant. Okay. Government gave me free laptops. Let's say they gave me 10 laptops for free in government grant accounting. Based on your inter knowledge, you know AS12? Based on that you answer, guys. Government grant received 10 Apple laptops. Each laptop 2 lakhs. Each laptop 2 lakhs. So 20 lakhs worth of Apple laptops I got for free from government. Why? Grant. Okay. Now I am a software company building software in India. I got this for free. Based on your inter knowledge, tell me how will you account this? Grant received free of cost AS12, if you remember. Nominal value. We used to pass an entry. Laptop account debit to capital reserve at nominal value 10 rupees. 100 rupees, 1 rupee. Remember in inter, guys? Final, it's not like that. In final, you should not account in nominal value. You have to account in fair value. That means you have to account 20 lakhs. You have to create an asset in the books for 20 lakhs in CA final. Ind AS. Welcome to Ind AS class. No more Ind AS 12. Grant says you have to account at 20 lakhs. Why? Now they gave you free. Apple laptop, what is the life? 5 years you keep. After 5 years I have to replace the asset. That time if I again go ask government, they give me free, will they give it? One time they give. I have to replace in 5 years. How will I get money? So record at 20 lakhs. Save the money. Replace it. Are you following, guys? Difference? This is how we are going to learn. Clear? So I will end this discussion by saying the whole structure. We are going to have a 5-step learning for every chapter you saw in set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. Sir, will I finish full set 1 and go to set 1? Mostly yes. 90% of set 1 will get over, move to set 2, then set 3, then set 4. For all those chapters, the 5-step approach is going to be like this. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 and step 5. For every chapter I will not tell the chapter name, or I will first teach you why you are having this chapter in your syllabus. For example, agriculture, I already told you that cow you can't account as PPE, so why we have a chapter? That is the first discussion. Is this going to come in exam? No, this will not come in exam. Why we have a Ind AS in syllabus? Second, I will give you a chapters mind map, or aka call it the agenda in that chapter, or in other words the structure of that chapter. What all we are going to learn in this chapter. So what all you can expect. What I am doing now for the first 1 hour 10 minutes is the mind map for the next 250 hours. Correct? So like that, for every chapter I will give you a structure as to what all concepts are going to be in this chapter. Okay. Next, we will discuss detailed concepts, do sums, step 3 and step 4. Concept 1, concept 2, concept 3 in the chapter, sums, all those sums. Once the chapter gets over, I will do a summary again at the end of each chapter, in which we will spend most of the time in these 5 steps. Step 3 and 4. That's where most of the time goes, explaining concepts and doing sums. That only is important for exam, but other things to make it easy. So why we have the chapter, agenda, mind map, concept, sums and summary. Summary will be like marathon. If I add all summaries, it becomes the marathon. Are you following it? So marathon class, whenever I take, is going to be only summary. Clear? This is how our FR class is going to be for the next 250 hours or plus or minus 15-20% variation. So now I hope you know what you can expect from me and what I can expect from you. Now this depreciation example I told in inter-class also. How many of you remember? In inter-class, Anand I would have told. Now do you remember now? Little bit. But that time did you take running notes? Yes, first class you would have taken. Like this many concepts I will keep telling, that's why you take running notes, that's where concept comes. Okay. So with this, my introduction is done. This is what I plan to do in the first part of our first lecture. Anybody has any doubts here? So we will end this session over here. Okay.